Moving on, we come to a question from a listener in Brockport, New York, who writes, "What real evidence exists to prove that Mark is really the oldest book of the New Testament?"
May I say to you that there is a great deal of, shall we say, circumstantial evidence that points in that direction. And over this study, I'd not be able to deal with that at all. In fact, in my book on the Gospel of Mark, I do not even go into that because it would require a book, and you could get a book on the introduction to the Gospel of Mark, and you'd need to read a whole chapter to see that there's abundance of evidence. It is sometimes called Peter's Gospel. John Mark and Peter were very close, and you are apt to say, well, Paul was close to him. Not at first. You remember, it wasn't until the end of Paul's life that he said, bring John Mark with you. He's profitable to me for the ministry. Now, Peter called him his son, his spiritual son. So evidently, Peter's the one that gave to John Mark the gospel. And beginning with that, you have dating that would take you back, you see, to any writings of Paul or any writings of anyone else. Of course, there's a belief that Paul probably wrote the first book, but I think it's generally accepted among conservative scholars that Mark was the first one written.